offense is going to have to make in this game. They did not get off to a good start in mid-May, and it's William Wettengel. Full extension horizontal, and then saying something about it to his Team USA teammate, Paul.
He's such a value add in this situation.
He's thrown more assists than anybody in the history of the league, and there's another one. Astrom spikes it, and it's an opening break here on the 4th of July for the Chicago Union.
This Chicago team is so good at poaching.
Dante Murray coming underneath on Justin Burnett. Chicago regains possession. Only played one game last year for LA. Was injured most of the season, unfortunately. That throw is on the money, and Arters gets the assist. Dante Murray in the end zone, 2-0 Chicago.
Good movement after a couple of turns. Chicago just willing to take some shorter passes.
History and assists, initiates the possession from the brick. And that's a bad throw. Easily intercepted by Jeff Weiss. Giannis shooting it for Weiss. He's got the angle. 3-0 Union. Gone from bad to worse for the win. Wind chill, #1 in the league in red zone efficiency coming into today. Oh, what a catch by Savel Fernandez with Jace Bruner hunting the block. Minnesota, mercy. Wind chill on the board. Hansen was angling up the line, but instead Larson switches fields. This is Thomas Shope looking end zone, an incredible catch. Goff was there, but it comes to Hansen, and the wind chill break back. They're within one.
Incredible. 2 consecutive goals that we've seen, and then Arters not stepping. Sometimes D-line offense is just about throws and catches, and right now the wind chill can't get any pressure.
Luo into the end zone. Dante Murray scores again. Wettengel back to Giannis, 30 seconds to go in the first. An opening period that's been dominated by the Union. Shock on the doorstep, floats it into the end zone. Jeff Gow adds to the onslaught. 6-2 Union with 20 seconds to go in the first. Minnesota's going to have to pull to start the second quarter. Can they do something in the final 7 seconds? Vanny Mortel shoots it crossfield into the end zone, and it's James Pollard ripping it down to the buzzer. So Minnesota generates a little momentum. A disastrous first quarter, but salvaged slightly by Pollard at the buzzer.
Huge play, keeping them in the game. Something to be excited about. You need anything right now just to wake up if you're Minnesota. And James Pollard, you saw that.
6-3. Minnesota's offense only scored on one of its first 9 possessions before the buzzer beater. Arters looking for Rutledge. That's a Paul Arters dime right on the money into the deep space, and Rutledge wide open for the score.
One of the best flicks in the game. One of the best forehands. It is what makes him his money. I don't think there's any timeout coming here from Ben Feldman.
Wind chill converted their first and only break chance earlier. Difficult crossfield shot, both Burnett and Hansen there, and it's Burnett stealing it. Wind chill break again. But it's blocked right on the doorstep. Jeff White. Can Minnesota stay cool, calm, and collected and march it down and get back within 2? Oh, playing a little freestyle. Pollard, it's a party on the 4th of July, but he got greedy, and it's blocked in the end zone again. Stezlicki knocks it down this time. Salt Lake has pretty much everybody else. All 3 Jorgensen's, Jordan Kerr. Deep shot, Shanahan looking for Desmarais. He's got Burnett beat, and he scores in the back of the end zone. If he was the one guy that was insistent on cutting deep, let him go.
You're right, and a great deep cut. It's so fantastic to see this matchup, Burnett versus Desmarais. And he just puts on the...
Good defense by Matthews. But Berglund able to get it into the end zone. Minnesota, hang on one second. Desmarais shoots it for Goff. Oh, what a catch by Goff, wrapping it around the Minnesota defender, Suflo, who is right there, and they're calling it the other way. Cross field into the end zone, Ben Priest. Whoa, Shock was right there in the reset space. I don't think Brandt was expecting it to come to him. Sliding catch for Rader, shoots it, looking for Krennic, double team coming, but Krennic gets one back on Wettengel through the contact in the end zone. We have seen plenty of plays in this first half.
Great job by Krennic to hold off position. And
easy elevation from PK. Goff smacks it down, but he leaves Rutledge to pick it up. Chicago just trying to avoid a big mistake here in their own end zone. Chicago has at times been dominant in this first half. Minnesota, to only be down 4 doesn't feel too terrible. Can they keep it a 4-goal game? Desmarais versus Pollard at the buzzer. Don Desmarais doing it all for Chicago. Unbelievable.
I don't know how you defend this guy. I don't know how you do it. He's composed in the backfield. He has the hucks, and then at the end of quarter, like this, reads it well, gets up, and just when it looks like it's not going to be enough.
Major personnel shuffles from the first half to the second for Minnesota. This is the 7-man O-line that started the game for Ben Feldman in the wind chill.
They're just not getting a ton of cuts, and here we go.
Vanny Mortel shoots it, looking Larson's way, and it hovers perfectly for the Minnesota cutter to rip it down in the end zone.
A nice shot to Larson. Like, there should be cutters to fill that space right away. It's tough against the Chicago defense.
Oh my, Nate Goff just threw it into the ground. Justin Burnett picks up immediately, flips it to James Pollard, and then Pollard's throw was low, but DeClercq digs it out. And Minnesota breaks to get within 3 very quickly here to start the third.
You get the hold you need, and then a quick turnover.
Catches the under. Johnson right there for Chicago. Forcing backhand, and Pollard goes across the field to a couple cutters. Priest is over there too, and he breaks it up.
And I think DeClercq has a good case. Priest comes flying in. He has to in order to even have a chance.
Finishing undefeated 12-0.
I think it's just all about New York. If New York can play their best game, they have an opportunity to take down Boston. It's going to be tough, but those two teams are great rivals.
Oh, leaping catch by Brandon Van Dusen in the end zone for the Union again. Largest lead of the night for Chicago.
A great grab to end it, but all throughout. Willingness to play small ball.
Oh, Quinn Snyder is ruled in the end zone. Just incredible catch. I'm not sure his first point was in the end zone, but it's going to be a Minnesota score. And the Chicago defenders are still talking to Will Brandt about what they thought was a self-pat point. No Justin Burnett on the field for the Minnesota D-line. Oh, pressure in the backfield, and DeClercq gets the block. Good pressure on Rutledge, denies the dump. Chicago's only got 1 timeout left. Wettengel shoots it for Desmarais. Quinn Snyder, can he catch up? Not even close. Wettengel to Desmarais. It's a Chicago hold. It feels like another backbreaker for Minnesota. Well, the question going forward for Minnesota is, can they salvage this? I mean, they're still going to be big favorites, as this is going to be a block by Johnson. They're going to be big favorites. Minnesota is against Madison in the first round of the Central playoffs, but Chicago's stock is rising. 17-10 now.
I don't think that there's any one thing that you
make changes for the next day, or do you wait till next week and get a chance to practice? And I mean, this is a Minnesota team that is going to be in the 2-3 game, barring a crazy comeback here, and they are going to score at least one more time here in the third as Soufflot catches it with 4.8 to go. But like, if Desmarais has clearly won the matchup with Burnett. Van Dusen crossfield into a crowd. Jump ball, Nate Goff, take a bow.
This is good defense from the wind chill, but when Nate Goff is, 6'5", rising above, you can play good defense and it's not going to be enough.
Minnesota has been gifted a couple possessions here, and yet Dante Murray wins it back for Chicago again. Unreal. Bookends for Dante Murray. Welcome to the MVP conversation, young man.
I was about to say, who's been more impressive to you this season?
It was in Toronto. I think it was the night that the Raptors won the championship, or maybe that they advanced to the NBA Finals. Jesse Johnson! An exclamation point and a 9-goal lead. Jesse Johnson has made a bunch of plays for Chicago here today.
Gets on his horse, stays with it. Everything just feels like it's going right.
At this point, the outcome is pretty much decided. You just want to make sure everybody stays healthy. Dante Murray again for the Union. At Montreal in the Canadian rivalry game just underway. And a couple hours from now, Salt Lake and Colorado renew their rivalry in the mountains. No one thought after New York went to Minnesota and dominated that the wind chill would be celebrating in Salt Lake City. So a lot can change in the UFA, but today was Chicago's Independence Day. They are cleared away all alone to the top of the Central Division. 25-15 over the reigning champs.
From the opening sequence through the first half.